Welcome back. In our last video, we learned that judging by the way you look or feel may not be a great way to tell how healthy you are. So the question today is, what is a symptom anyway? So judging your health by how you look and feel can be very dangerous. That we know. Oftentimes, the first symptoms of high blood pressure is a deadly stroke, and the first sign of heart disease is a fatal heart attack. That's because your body is so adaptive. Very adaptive, and symptoms are often the last thing to show up. So, just like this, imagine there's a fire in the house, and downstairs, the kitchen, the fire begins. Now you're upstairs sleeping in your bedroom at night. Well, when does the fire alarm in the hallway go off? Does it go off as soon as the fire starts? Or does it go off once the fire has reached a certain amount of smoke in the house that we now have a fire alarm? Correct. It goes off after the fire has already begun. So what's the best thing to do with this fire? Do we go out to the hallway, take the smoke detector off the ceiling, and throw it in the garbage and go back to bed? That would be crazy, obviously. We have to go downstairs and put out the fire, correct? What happens if we leave the fire brewing and brewing all night after we've taken the smoke detector off? That's right, the house burns down. So that's the way symptoms work with the body. Usually a condition has been there a long time before symptoms show up. So when we're teenagers, we learn to take care of our very first car. We learn the basics. We learn how to drive. We learn that it needs fuel, that it can be expensive. We want to take care of the tires. We want to wash it carefully. We also learn one thing about the inside of the car. When the lights are flashing, it says check engine. What do? Do you learn to put tape over the check engine light and cover it up and say, hey, we'll just not look at it anymore, we'll ignore it and just keep driving the car? Of course we don't do that. That's crazy. You learn really early on in life that it's very important that if that check engine light goes on, it's likely going to be a problem with the engine, so you take it to a mechanic to find out the cause of the light. That's the way we uncover the cause of the symptom. The symptom of that car is just the light flashing in your face. I think we can agree now that a symptom is a warning sign, just like the house with the fire in the kitchen. The symptom that we hear waking us up at night is the fire alarm going off. In order to silence it, we don't want to remove it from the ceiling. We have to put out the fire. The symptom in the car is the check engine light flashing in our face. Of course, we're not going to cover it up with tape. We're going to take it to the mechanic and uncover the underlying cause of the problem. You see, symptoms are warning signs. Research has shown that it takes approximately 40% dysfunction in our bodies before we feel symptoms. So now we know symptoms are a warning sign, and often they're the last things to show up, indicating danger. That brings us to this. We have a choice to make. Do we want to ignore our symptoms and continually mask them and cover them up like the check engine light? Unfortunately, in healthcare, we cover them up with medications, pills, potions, or lotions. Or do we want to look for the underlying cause and find the root of our symptoms? Fix what's causing those very symptoms. And I have a question to ask you. If you mask your symptoms with a pain pill, a medication, or a potion of some sort, is the condition still there? Of course it is. It's not gone anywhere. You just don't feel it. You don't see it. It's numb. Does that mean you're healthy? Does that mean the fire in the house is still growing and growing? If your body was the house, would your body be burning down by the next morning? Would the condition you had left there continually grow and get worse? So when it comes to symptoms and health, always seek health. Never cover your symptoms. Look for the underlying cause of your symptoms. This way your body can be restored to 100% function. Your body needs to heal exactly the way it was created to heal. Thank you for watching today. See you soon.